Hello everybody, Radio Card Game here. First of all, I want to apologize for my absence this Monday. As you can see, I didn't upload the Monday Card Market Watch because I'm quite sick and I couldn't speak. In fact, my voice is quite shit. You can still notice. But I didn't want to skip another video because I don't know if you noticed, but I actually have a scheduled uploading. In fact, I upload on Monday, Wednesday, and then lastly at Saturday. And I didn't want to stay too long without a video. So yeah, here we go. Today, I will show you, as I said in the previous one, the replays of my Altergeist deck, and then at the end of the video, I also show you my deck list. It's not definitive, but I'm almost there. And also in the video, in the different replays, maybe you will see some cards that I actually don't play anymore in my final deck list. But yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into the first replay. Here we go with the first replay, and it's against PA. I managed to get first, but I didn't have any monsters, so I accept 2 and pass. I kept my realization in hand, so I could have negated an attack adding with the personal spoofing conquery, but unfortunately my opponent hits me with a Twin Twister. Still, I shuffled back Protocol, activating it first with and personal spoofing. Had me multi-figure to hand, so I can still bounce monster from my opponent's from my opponent's field. My opponent here uses Baylor on Silkidas. I don't know why, but yeah, what can we do about that? Yeah, so at this point, I already have one of my best setup, Multifigure, Sulkidos, and Hextia with materialization, and also the cherries on the top, Protocol. My opponent tried to summon a monster, but I bounce it, then tried to summon it again, but I negate the effect. So my opponent has no card on the field, and also in hand, so it's a top deck. And here I summon Prime Banshee, and as I said in the introduction video, every time I summon Banshee, I won. So yeah, I try to do a lot of damage here, but for 1200 I don't get to do an OTK. So at this point I even have camouflage set, and even though I didn't do an OTK, I actually have already won the game. In fact, from here I think that it scoops it up. Yeah, just when I drew. And that's it for the first replay. So in the second replay, I get to start again, but my opponent this time is playing Cyber Dragon, so I set 2 and pass instead of activating directly the magical dimension. I preferred kept it because I wanted to interrupt my opponent's play with the second effect, that destroy monster. Here is all charged for 2 to activate the Genius effect, but I used Ghost Ogre from my hand because I thought that actually it would have negated, just like, for example, Aurum of the Star Grail, or Chalice, whatever you call it, because it says in the zone discard points to. So if it doesn't point, it shouldn't resolve, but I don't know why this card function differently. Yeah, so at this point it summons Nova, but I didn't want to deal with Infinity, so I destroyed with Magical Dimension, and I activate and I summon Silkidos from my hand. I activate Materialization just to use Multi-Faker from my hand, and it goes in the end phase, and I bounce back his strike, returning Marionetta to my hand, so I can normal summon it and gain its effect. At this point, I was with Sulkidos, with the Sulkidos and Melusik, I was adding cards to my hand to fuel the setup. Yeah, again, I managed to summon Prime Banshee, actually quite early, but you know, this deck gained a lot of power with the new supports. Yeah, Materialization, Protocol, Extia, Sulkidos, and even Prime Banshee, what my opponents can do at this point. My opponent tried to attack, but I negate the attack and he scoops it up. So the third and last replay is against Trickstar, and at this point, as you can see down here, I was still playing Pixiel because this is one of my first duel that I managed to do after the supports of Flame of Destruction, but then I cut it from my deck. Yeah, at this point he has already Reincarnation and either Million and Honest. I should have lost. I thought it once I watched the replay, but yeah, no spoil, no spoiler. And I don't know why he didn't activate the Reincarnation before my battle phase. Maybe he didn't read my cards because he thought that my deck was shit. But surprisingly, it wasn't, or maybe it isn't. Not at all, at least. In fact, in the OCG is stopping, and I'm glad of it. Yeah, with Sulkidos I bounced back a Multifaker, but Lycoris actually deals damage every time a card is added to the hand. It doesn't matter from where. So with Sulkidos, with both effects of Sulkidos, I always get the 200 damage from Lycoris. My opponents use Breaks Forward, but of course they don't negate it with Protocol because my XTF would have went to the graveyard anyway. My opponent set Desire, bluffing again, but too scared of it. I attack Field Menace before doing anything. So yeah, my opponents try to deal a lot of damage here, bouncing back Candina during the battle phase. In fact, he attacks Sulkidos, but again, I bounce back Conquery to bounce back Lycoris from my opponent's field, but since Conquery was connected to Light Stage, actually returning it as a cost, Light Stage isn't negated anymore, so I get other 200 damage every time a card is added to my hand, even adding Conquery itself. So I didn't thought about that. So yeah, I get some damage. My opponents summon Hydro Millions in the main phase 2. I'm not sure about that play, but yeah, what can we do about that? Sure, it has another one in the end, but yeah, still quite debatable. I summon Multifaker again. XTI is 2700. What was? I try to push for some damage here, but Altergeist monster have really low attack. Apart from XTI that can boost itself, so the descent to the 0 life points is quite slow. Again, I summon Conquery, negating Candina attack, and I negate the effect of Hydro Millions. So with one card, I negate 2 attack, quote unquote, because yeah, Hydro Million is 0 attack. So yeah, at this point, I summon all of my monster and attack for game. In fact, my opponent scoops. 8 turns. A couple of times during this duel, I thought that I would have lost. But yeah, my opponents didn't even use Honest, but maybe it was too scared of getting it by Protocol, and I can understand it, but not at all. I mean, I would have used also Lilibel, but I don't know if if it was playing it in his deck, or maybe he banished it with Desire. In fact, I don't agree with the playing Desire in Trickster. But yeah, this video is not about Trickstar. So yeah, that's it for the last replay, and let's jump into the deck list. And here we go with the deck list. 1 Max C, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, and that's it for the entraps. I know that in the OCG they are playing Ghost Reaper, but that's at least for competitive plays, and it depends on the meta. And this deck is will be ready after May with the release of Flame of Destruction, and I don't know what the meta will be, so it doesn't make sense to play Reaper right now. And yeah, of course this is a deck for online playing and testing, not for real life. So 3 Marionetter and only just 1 Conquery. free Multifaker, free Sulcidas, and free Melosic. I know that in the OCG they are playing Sulcidas at 2, but maybe I'd rather play Melosic at 2 because Sulcidas is the main resource that you wanna bring out with Multifaker, and also in the grind game, it helps you recovering the trap cards from the grave, in particular Materialization. Instead, Melosic just adds monster from the deck, and sooner or later you will run out of monsters in the deck, So I'm not quite sure about that decision, but if they're topping in this way, there must be a reason, right? So an upstart for consistency. I don't like Pot of Vitality anymore, because you can actually summon, you can actually do some special summon in the first turn with Multifaker and Transience and every monster and Magical Dimension. And it's important to, if you can do it, it's important to use Magical Dimension and summon Multifaker, as I shown you in the combo video. One Foolish Burial for the same reason as Magical Dimension, because with Marionetter is a pretty good start. Free Magical Dimension because you want to see it immediately, and 1/1 to summon out Melosic without using the normal summon. Free Transience because it's really good with Multifaker in hand. Just one Camouflage because you can recover it with Sulcidas, you can add it, and you don't want to see it. Free Materialization, free Protocol, pretty standard. You want to see one of them just to set the other with Marionetter, to make sure that you have both at the same time. And just one Amuleth. Again, I'm not sure at all about this card. I could cut it off from the deck, but it summons itself, it's a trap, and so it triggers also Multifaker from the end, it protects the other traps. I don't know, I'm not sure, but for now I'm liking it. But I know that you didn't see it all in the free replays that I show you, so it didn't help me to win, and I won anyway, sorry. So maybe I could cut it off. Yeah. Free Personal Spoofing, it's one of the most important cards in the deck, because you want to see it immediately just to add the monster that you need, and also to add Multifaker, because on activation it triggers. The extra deck is up to you. The most important cards are just Extia, free Extia and Prime Banshee, maybe one Bottle Dragon just to out the opponent's Bottle Dragon, and yeah, for the rest you can choose whatever you want. I'm here to your thoughts, and so yeah, that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Leave a like, comments, and subscribe, and see you next time.